Okay, so now this actually, this is amount of reactant and product. This type of reaction, generally it happens when a chemical reaction is giving, and you have to determine how much product you formed from the reactant. So whatever quantity of the reactants are giving in gram, and the question will be asked, okay, how much product are formed. So before doing these type of questions, we should have a balance equation. If your equation is not balanced, you will get different quantity or different mass of the product. You will not get exact. So the same method, we have to use it just like before. In the empirical formula we have used gram change to mole, and then mole change to further things, right? So inshallah, every time the moles always used in this type of calculation. So number 1 point, look at here, write the balanced chemical equation for this. And now this chart, what does it mean, this chart? This chart is saying that this A, this is one reactant. So mass of A you have, then this mass change to moles, mole of A, and now this portion, this part is very important. This part will change your question 100%. What is that? This part is the factor in which A will finish and B will start. B means product. So you will get the ratio of A and B in this part. This is very important part. So use mole ratio of A and B. So in which A will cancel and the B will start. The B will start. Then the mole of B you get it. If you know the mole, then use the formula of mole calculation. Remember the formula? I already told you that formula.
Yes.
Yes, what is that? Mole calculation. If you have mass, then what is
Mass
the formula?
over molar mass.
Right. So mole equal to mass over molar mass. So now this is just way, this is an example, this A change to B. Suppose this is 2 gram, an example. How much B is formed? So now suppose this is 2, this is 3, an example. This is an example. So this is 2 grams. Suppose this is 2 gram, you have taken this, then you change to the moles. This 2 gram change to mole of A, and this is 2 gram mole of A, 2 gram of A. Then now this one here, this portion. So this portion is what? This is mole of A, this is mole of A. So now you will write mole of A from the equation and mole of B from the equation, right? So now this is what from equation we have 2 and 3. So now we will write here 2A and 3B. So now this whatever moles we have, this mole is cancelled of A, only B will go. So now this is the mole of B, you get it. This is the mole of B. Now this mole of B change to mass of B multiplied by molar mass. So this step is clear to you? This type of step you always
Again.
this, yeah. These are the steps. 4 steps are here. Suppose this is an example I told you. This is an example here. This one, this. Suppose this is the reactant A and this the product is B. The reactant mass is giving and product mass you have to determine. So you have to follow these 4 steps. So this is A, mass of A, change to mole of A. And this ratio is very important. This is the factor, the ratio of A to B from equation. From equation, this ratio you have to write here. If you don't have the balance equation, all your answers are wrong. So you must know that the equation is balanced and the ratio you take from balance. So how much A is 2A. So now we will write here, suppose 2A, we write here, this is 2A. And how much is B? This 3B. So 3B we write here. So this A cancel because mole of A and this factor only B will continue. So B mole is here. So this mole you have of the B means product. This change to the mass multiplied by molar mass of B. So in this way you calculate mass of the product. Okay. All right. Now this I will take example. In this example, look at here. This the glucose is giving and the quantity of glucose is 856 gram. This is 856 gram. And is asking that how much carbon dioxide is formed. This is the question now. So you should know this, the ratio is here. This glucose is 1 mole and the carbon dioxide is 6 mole. So this ratio you know that. So I start from glucose first. Now 856 gram of glucose changed to mole divided by molar mass of glucose. And molar mass of glucose is, I think, 60. Example. The molar mass of glucose is 180 plus 180.2. So, so if you get here the mole, you have to determine the first step, gram change to mole. This gram divided by molar mass you will get from periodic table. Okay, then you will get mole, and the moles you get it 4.750. 4.750 moles of glucose. This is the glucose, right? This one. Now this mole of glucose you calculate it. Now as I told you, this step is very important. This is the factor. This is the ratio between this mole of glucose and the mole of carbon dioxide. You will get from the chemical equation ratio. So this is 1:2 ratio. 1:6. This is glucose and this is carbon dioxide from equation. So this is glucose here. So you always write glucose on the bottom, and which you have to determine right on the top. Carbon dioxide. How many mole? 6 mole. How many mole of glucose? 1 mole. So this factor you have to determine from chemical equation. This is very important, right? So now this mole of glucose is cancelled because this is mole of glucose. Now you will get multiply by 4.75 multiply by 6, you will get 28.5. So you will get 28.50. This is now carbon dioxide, okay, mole of carbon dioxide, because glucose is finished. I'm just following the same step, just I show in the previous slide. 4 steps only. First of all, the gram of A changed to mole of A. The mole of A, this here on this step, the A will finish, B will start. So the mole ratio you get from periodic table, then you cancel it, and after that you multiply by mole of carbon dioxide. That this mole of A, you will get mole. Now What is the next step? Next step is this
Tons.
mole change to mass, right?
Yeah.
This mass you will get in gram multiplied by molar mass of carbon dioxide, that is 44 gram. So 44 you multiply with this, so we will get 1.25 times 10 to the power 3 gram. 1.25 times 10 to the power 3 gram of carbon dioxide. This is the final answer. So which step is not clear to you? Just tell me now. Hello?
Teacher, why are you put it 180 and why are you put it 44 in the last thing?
44 is what molar mass? Molar mass of carbon dioxide.
Where are you taking molar mass?
What I told you in the beginning. Forget it? You did you attend chapter 2?
Okay.
What I said?
And what's about 180?
Also molar mass. Also molar mass of glucose. If this is not in the question, so from where you get it?
Okay.
From where?
Are you put it in the question in the exam or quiz or anything?
What is your question?
The exam, are you write the number or I save the you write the number mass of the glucose or anything?
Sir, I told you if it is not in the question, you will get from periodic table. Please save in your mind. All molar masses you calculate from periodic table. Periodic table always given in the quiz and exam. Clear? Hello, is it clear to you? Hello?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, clear, teacher.
These molar mass always you get from periodic table.
So periodic table will be given in exam, doctor?
Yes, it will be given in the quiz as well as in the exam. Don't worry.
Okay.
So now this is finished. Okay, sometime not carbon dioxide, only water can be asked. Okay, how much water is formed? So the same method you will use, same concept. No change at all. These 4 steps only. Sorry. Okay, now the second question here, it is little bit different. You know what? Okay, read the question. How many gram of lithium? Where is the lithium? Okay, this is the lithium here. The question is how many gram of lithium and are needed to produce 9.98 gram of hydrogen. So this is 9.98 gram of hydrogen are produced. So now this is reverse. In the previous question, the product is going to be asked, but in this question, product is giving, reactant is going to be asked. Clear? Hello?
Clear, teacher.
Is this point clear now?
Clear, doctor.
All right. So
Yes,
now
yes.
I will start from hydrogen. Whatever the quantity is giving, I will start from hydrogen. So now I will write here, same method, 9.98 gram change to mole divided by molar mass of hydrogen. And hydrogen is how much? 2 hydrogen, remember that. H2. So H2, the molar mass become double. So you will get from periodic table 2.016 because its molar mass is 1.008. If multiply by 2, you will get 2.016. Problem. 9.98 divided by 2.016, then you will get 4.95. So now moles you will get 4.95 moles of hydrogen. So what is this step now, which I told you this is very important step. This is very important factors. This is the ratio. Ratio between what? Just tell me now, please.
AB.
Yeah, there is no AB here, my friend. Tell me the name.
Lithium. Just the number of the lithium
Okay, where I should write number of lithium?
is 2.
Where I should write?
The first thing in the equation.
My friend, on the top I should write or the bottom I should write?
No,
No,
In the top, in the top,
Huh?
in the top.
On the top. Remember that whatever is giving here, this always coming bottom. And what is going to be asked always coming on top. Remember that. So this ratio you get from periodic table, now from equation, sorry. So now 2 lithium, so 2 mole of lithium I write here, and 1 hydrogen is 1. So I will write 1 mole of hydrogen. So this ratio you get from periodic table. So this mole of hydrogen is cancelled, and now you will get 4.95 multiplied by 2, then you will get 9.900. 9.900 mole of what? This is mole of what?
Lithium.
Mole of lithium. So how you get mass of lithium? What do you do?
Divide the mass on the table.
This is the mole of lithium, and if you are using this formula, look at on the top. N is equal to mass over molar mass. So if you know the mass, so this mole multiplied by molar mass. So mole are here, and you multiply by molar mass of lithium. Molar mass of lithium you will get from periodic table 6.941. So molar mass of lithium you multiply, that is 6.941. So what you get, multiply by 6.941, you will get 68.72. So this is now 68.72 gram of lithium you will get. The same step, we have done in this example, we have done in the previous one. So these are the steps of, according to the question now, how much A is giving and how much product are formed. So it always depends on the chemical equation. Clear?
Yes, clear.
Yes.
So 6.941 you get from periodic table. This is molar mass of lithium. Now 3.9 this is limiting reactant. What is limiting reactant? Limiting reactant, the reactant, it is only reactant, okay, remember that. Reactant consume first. Consume means used up. Used up or reacted. All these are same: consumed, used up, and reacted first in the reaction. It means that A and B, suppose you have, just I will write here, suppose you have A plus B and you are getting C plus D. So limiting reactant you have to determine first for any chemical reaction. What is limiting reactant? Limiting reactant is the reactant which finish first in the equation. Limiting reactant is the reactant which consumed first in the reaction, right? So we don't know which will consume in the reaction first. So you should know the value means the coefficient. Suppose these are the coefficient of this product, and this one here, these are the reaction coefficient. These are the balanced chemical equation, right? So this also depends on these coefficient. Okay, so we should know that which reactant consume first. So I will just tell you one thing, and please note down this. Suppose we have this equation, right? This equation we have, and now there are two reactants, ammonia and carbon dioxide, and now we have two products, urea and water. This is ammonia, this is carbon dioxide, this is urea, this is water. So you have to look only limiting reactant, you have to look in the left hand side. Never look on the right hand side. Don't go to the product. You always decide which one is limiting reactant. Reactant always find from left side. This is left side, and now this is right side. Product. And this product will help you to determine the limiting reactant. So first of all, I will take the mass of the ammonia we calculate. And we have to use the same method which we have done 3.8. Mass of A change to mole of A, then that point of the ratio between reactant and the product from chemical equation. That portion, that point is very, very important to get the mole of the product. All right. So again, I am just writing here. Suppose this is A plus B. There are two reactants, and now C is the product. Okay. So now you will take the mass of A, change to mole of A, right? Mole of A. And we are asking about how much product are formed. This is a product, right? So now this is very important step. Suppose this is 2 mole, this is 3 mole. These are the from the chemical equation. So you will write, this is mole here, so you will write mole here. How much? 2 mole here, A. And see how much mole? 3 moles. So you will write here 3 mole of C. So this mole A cancel, as I told you in the previous case. So only mole C is left. So this mole multiply by the mole of A, multiply by this, so you will get mole of C. Then how you will get mass of the C? Mass of C, how you will get?
Multiply by molar mass.
Of?
And multiply the moles of
Molar mass of what?
of C.
Of C of the product.
Yes. Molar mass of C. Okay, now I will take, this is suppose, example, this is A, and now this is B, and now this is C, right? This is the product. So we consider now. I will take 637.2 gram of ammonia, NH3. Change to mole divided by molar mass of NH3. NH3 is 17, right? You remember that you don't multiply by this 2. This 2 is coefficient. These are not the number of atoms. Coefficient. And number of molecules or atoms are same here, ammonia. So this is only, you always consider, but this 2 will you consider when you write the ratio. Okay, not here. Here only molar mass of NH3 you will get from periodic table. So how much you will get? 673.2 divided by 17, we will get 39.6 mole of ammonia. Now again the same, I told you the ratio between what? Tell me now. This ratio between what moles?
NH3
Where I should write NH3?
is the top of the top.
Down.
In the
The
bottom.
down, teacher, is the down because you are delete the NH3
Because
in
this is NH3 here, so we have to finish this, so we should write always down.
yes.
And which we have to determine, we have to write on the top, and the top is urea, NH2 whole twice CO, urea. How many moles you write from periodic table? This is 1 mole, ammonia is 2 mole. This is like this. All right, now you multiply by this ammonia will cancel. 39.6 multiplied by 1 divided by 2, right? Multiply by 1 and divided by 2, you will get 19.8.
Doctor, why you divide by 2?
Sir, what I have written here, look at carefully. What I have written here. This ratio you got it from where? This ratio. 4 times I explain in this chapter.
Equation.
So from equation you have to look that, and this ratio is very important. You have to write this ratio here between A and B, between reactant and the product. Is it clear or not?
Clear.
Yeah, 2. From where we get the 2?
Clear, doctor.
From where we get the 2? This 2.
From the ammonia.
Look at the chemical equation here.
It's the molar mass of CD.
Not the molar mass, coefficient.
Okay.
The number of moles here. This is the here 2 NH3.
Equation.
And here is the 1. Ammonia, this urea is 1. So this 1 and 2 ratio. So that's why I took 1 on the top here and 2 on the bottom, because this is ammonia here. Yeah, so the 4 question I solved from the same example, and it's not clear to you. And now this mole of NH3 is finished now. Now mole of NH2 urea is there. And how you will get mass of this? What you do? Last step.
Multiplied by the molar mass
Molar mass of
NH2, all of it 2 with CO2.
multiply the molar mass of urea. Okay, that is 60.06. So you multiply this by molar mass of urea, that is 60.06. Then you will get 1124 gram. 1124 gram of urea. That is means this compound. This compound is here product. Okay. 1 minute. This is we already done it here. One step I already done. Now the concept again I will explain. How we determine the limiting reactant and the product, how much mass of the product you get it. If the question will be like this, then use this concept. You start from reactant and how much mass you get it, just you follow this 4 steps. Number 1, gram change to mole divided by molar mass. You will get mole of A, means reactant. Then after that, there is a ratio between reactant and the product you will get from chemical equation. So the mole of ammonia is cancelled, mole of urea is going onwards. Then you know the mole of urea, then change into mass, multiply by molar mass, you will get mass of urea. This is a step. And also you will just do the same step with carbon dioxide again. You have done this, ammonia is finished. You will get how much? How much you will get? This mass from ammonia. From ammonia you get this urea 1124 gram you will get it. Now again you start from carbon dioxide, and carbon dioxide quantity, look at here in the question, how much carbon dioxide?
2.
No, mass is mass. In one process, this one are treated with this carbon dioxide. Which one is limiting? How much urea? Oxygen is there, not carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is okay. Carbon dioxide is how much is given in this one? Just a minute. (1142). Carbon dioxide is giving here. This is here. This is the carbon dioxide, and this is mass of ammonia. So from ammonia you already calculated here, right? Now you have to follow the same thing, 1142. From carbon dioxide, same method. So you start 1142 gram of carbon dioxide, change to mole, so divided by molar mass of carbon dioxide, that is 44 gram you will take from periodic table, and now you will get 1142 divided by 44. You will get 25.95. 25.95 moles. This is moles of carbon dioxide. And now again the same is, this is the step, very important. So this step you will get from here, from chemical equation. What is the ratio? This is 1 mole, and this is also 1 mole, right? So you will write 1 mole of carbon dioxide on the bottom, and I know that 1 mole of urea, NH3, on the top, because we have to determine urea. So now this cancel, and now this same thing you will get 25.94 mole of urea, same, change into mass. How much? Multiply by what?
1,142.
This is multiplied by molar mass of urea. Molar mass of urea is 60.
Oh, okay.
Molar mass of urea is 60.06, right? 60.06 multiplied by 60.06, 1558. 1558 gram of urea. Okay, look at the previous. Here, how much urea we get it? How much urea we got it from ammonia? This is here. 1124 gram, right? And from carbon dioxide, we got it 15.58 gram. This is 15.58 gram. So which one is less?
Ammonia.
Which one is less product? This one or this one or this one? This urea.
This urea.
This urea.
Right. So this is less. So you write down the note, please. How we determine the limiting reactant? So limiting reactant depends on the product formation. It control product formation. Just write down this note, please. What is limiting reactant? Number one, it consume first. You know that a chemical reaction is going on. If a reactant is finished, of course the reaction is stopped. It means whatever reactant finish, the product are formed. Otherwise, the product will not form. It means that the limiting reactant, number one, it consume first. Number two, it control product formation. It means the product always depends on limiting reactant. All right. So when you calculate this type of reaction, first you calculate from ammonia how much product are formed, 1124. Then you calculate from carbon dioxide how much urea is formed, 1558. It means those compound which gives less product, that is limiting reactant. So in this case, in the first case, the ammonia gives you less product, but carbon dioxide gives you more product. So which one is limiting?
The first one.
First one. Ammonia is a limiting reactant because ammonia consume first. If ammonia consume first, that's why you get the less quantity of urea. And carbon dioxide will continue. It will not finish first. So that's why that is axis reactant. All right. So the limiting reactant and the axis reactant, just I will, 1 minute. All right. So now I will write here limiting reactant number one, it consume first. Consume means finish first. Finish first. Number two, it controlled the product.
Time's up.
Okay, you go. If time's up, you go. I will not wait for you. If anybody want to write, please write it, because I will not repeat again. 1 minute you cannot bear. 1 or 2 minutes. You always in hurry to go. If you want, you go. I will not stop you. Just 1 minute. I will write the important things, and then after that you ask me, sir, what is that? You complete it. I also have another class. You start from 9 o'clock. Okay, you go, no problem. If anybody want to go, go. I am here now. खलास go, time is over.